little people, us clinging to our God, our guns, our Constitution in the grassroots. Imagine leadership that actually takes seriously the idea of government of the people, by the people, for the people. Imagine leadership that knows how to prioritize to ensure national security and to stop government waste. That's leadership that would have as its guiding light, its great North Star, our U.S. Constitution. Friends, it is no accident that its opening words are, "We the people." And while we're dreaming, imagine leadership that respects the Second Amendment to the Constitution. The majority of Americans want this. Is it any wonder there was such a run on guns and ammo for Christmas presents just a couple months ago, considering politicians' attack on the Second Amendment? Oh, you should have seen what Todd got me for Christmas. Well, it wasn't that exciting. It's a metal rack, a case for a hunting rifle to put on the back of a four-wheeler. And then, though, I had to get something for him to put in the gun case, right? So this go around, he's got the rifle, I got the rack. Big gulp safe. We're cool. Shoot, it's just pop with low-cal ice cubes in it. I hope that's okay. What did you think was in it? Yeah, you young college Republicans, especially you who went Greek. I am so proud of you guys, all of you. College Republicans there on campus, you are so bold, you know, and you're, well, you guys keep your courage up. And my only piece of advice, because I'm a mama, my only piece of advice to our young college Republicans is you got to be thinking Sam Adams, not drinking Sam Adams. And that's just a joke. I don't want to now hear from the CEO of some brewery accusing me of being an anti-beerite. It was a joke. You guys just keep up your good work, though. Seriously though, friends, when we do see harm, when we see life snuffed out through violent, evil acts, imagine leadership that doesn't seek to exploit such tragedy. Imagine leadership that seeks real solutions to the violence, not cheap political gains. That would be leadership worthy of its name. That would be leadership worthy of those words, "We the people," creating government of, by, for the people. It also means ending the poisonous practice of treating Americans of different social, ethnic, religious groups as different electorates to be pandered to with different promises. If we truly believe the words of our other founding document, the Declaration of Independence, with its world-changing assertion that, yes, all men are created equal, then there are no Hispanic issues or African-American issues or women's issues. There are only American issues. Now, cpac, in order to be effective, though, in order to have any power to change things for the better, as conservatives, we must leave no American behind, and we must share our powerful message of freedom and liberty to all citizens, even those who may disagree on some issues, Because there is solid common ground in fighting against government overreach and for independence. And those who may disagree with us on some issues, they're not our enemies. They're our sisters and our brothers. They're our neighbors. They're our friends. It's imperative to reach out and to share that conservative message of liberty and less government and lower taxes and individual responsibility. It's time we all stop preaching to the choir and let's grow. America already has one party that's expert at pitting groups against one another, and we'll never win a contest of identity politics. We shouldn't even try. If Believe in America is more than just a catchy campaign slogan, then we have to believe in America's exceptionalism and her greatest achievement, that no one is guaranteed success, but everyone is guaranteed an equal opportunity at success. The greatest lie that the liberals tell is that more government is the way to realize this guarantee. There's a simple reason why Washington, D.C. is an island of prosperity in a nation mired in near recession. Whenever government expands, it's the well-connected who benefit. The more government intrudes into our lives and our businesses, the more it picks winners and losers. The more crony capitalists win, the more the rest of us lose. Whether it's green energy or free Obama phones or prophylaxis. If you don't have a team of lobbyists in D.C. or a canceled campaign contribution check, well, you're not at the table. You're on the menu. If Mrs. Thatcher were with us here today, she would remind us there's a big difference between being pro-business and being pro-free market. On this, there can be no mistaking where conservatives stand. It's time for we the people to break up the cronyism and put a stake through the heart of too big to fail once and for all. That includes in these resource-rich states like Alaska, my home state. Read your Constitution, Alaskans. Realize that the natural resources that God has created for man's use, they're not owned by the big multinational conglomerates and the monopolies. They're owned by the people. They don't own them, so don't let them own you. You have a right to those resources to be developed for our use. Now, ending the top-down approach of D.C. also means changing our top-down political process. The next election is 20 months away. Now is the time to furlough the consultants and tune out the pollsters, send the focus groups home, and toss the political scripts. Because if we truly know what we believe, we don't need professionals to tell us. And if we truly seek to know the hearts and minds of the American people, there is no substitute for going out and asking them, being one of them with real-world experience, actual conversations with actual hard-working Americans. And that goes for finding candidates as well. Creating a government by, for the people, it means looking to our communities, our PTAs, our service clubs, small businesses, Tea Party rallies, and city halls for people who are willing to lead. Do you know someone whose judgment you trust? Someone who doesn't just preach common sense but actually lives it? Well, encourage her or him to run for office. Are you mad as hell and think that you have a better way? Then run yourself. Don't let the big consultants, the big money men, and the big bad media scare you off. Don't let them invalidate you. Don't let them invalidate you when you no doubt have more real-world, practical experience with family and real work. That's real life. than those in that political bubble who try to tell you who's worthy and who just doesn't fit their bill. The last thing we need is Washington, D.C. vetting our candidates. If these experts who keep losing elections yet keep getting rehired, raking in millions, if they feel that strongly about who gets to run in this party, then they should buck up or stay in the truck. Buck up and run. The architects can head on back to the great Lone Star State and put their name on some ballot. Though, for their sake, I hope they give themselves a discount on their consulting services. Friends, you have heard a lot of different voices offering a lot of different ideas the past few days. I am just humbled. I am so grateful to just be one of them. I've been so blessed to spend so much of these past years getting to know even more of America, not from the top down, but from the heart, looking out. And this I know. There is more wisdom, more character, more grit and common sense in the soldiers and the moms and the teachers and the laborers and the firemen and the fishermen and you students and the cowboys and other extraordinary Americans that I've met along the way than will ever be found in the cocktail parties of power across the river. And if they, us, we the people, the little guy, if we had one message to send to Washington, I'm sure it would be this: get over yourself. It's not about you. It's about families struggling to find $500,000 in college tuition. It's about Americans working longer for less. It's about small businesses, our backbone, not knowing from one day to the next what taxes, what regs, what new government mandates we're going to get hit with next. It's about citizens forced to give up more of their hard-earned money and more of their independence and power, all in exchange for broken promises from a rigged system. It's about grave concern regarding a president claiming power to direct drones to kill whomever and whenever without accountability, but no power to open up the White House for the school kids to get to go visit over spring break. It's about concern over a president it would prioritize not being able to afford to keep that White House open for those students, but to send $250 million and our weapons to the Muslim Brotherhood. Priorities. America, you deserve better than that. We deserve better than the people who call themselves our leaders. But we won't get it unless we're ready to fight. And this is one fight that is worth it. If we have faith in we the people, if we teach America's foundation of work ethic and development of our natural resources, if we believe in the charters of freedom that guide us, if we trust in the promise of opportunity that binds us, if we know the providential hand that made America exceptional and respects the innocent life that he creates, then we will save our movement, and then with hard work, humility, and the grace of our loving God, we will save our country. God bless you, CPAC, and God bless the United States of America.